Thank you for joining me. This video is basically about Venus through signs, but I'm going to really focus on Mooltrikonas because I've realised I was doing this papers for my Patreon page, and I was thinking I have never really touched on Mooltrikona signs and what do they actually mean. So Mooltrikona signs are, out of the 7 planets, excluding the nodes in Vedic Astrology, every planet has got, obviously the luminaries only own one's house, so Moon only owns Cancer, Sun only owns Leo, but the other planets, each of them have got two signs that they rule, and one is normally a male sign and the other one is a female sign. So basically the male sign of the planets, apart from Mercury and Moon, the male sign is normally the Mooltrikona sign, which means the root, or where the energy of the planet is. And obviously planets have got all different kinds of conditions. So planets can be exalted, which means that they can perform and give very strong fruits, as long as obviously all of this is dependent if they're not actually afflicted in any way. And then Mooltrikona will be the next strong placement for any planet. And then it will be own house, great friend, friendly sign, or obviously it would be neutral, and then it could be an enemy or great enemy, depending on temporal friendships, and also debilitated, which will be the weakest condition for any planet. Now Mooltrikona means that obviously it's a root trine. It just means that this is where the planet, so if they own, like for example, if Saturn owns Capricorn is own house, whereas Aquarius is a Mooltrikona sign, and these are always at a particular degree as well. So for example, Sun is obviously exalted in Aries, it's debilitated in Libra, both of them at 10 degrees. But actually the head office, or the Mooltrikona for Leo is the Mooltrikona for the Sun at 0 to 20 degrees. And then after that is own sign. And then Moon is exalted at 3 degrees Taurus, debilitated at 3 degrees Scorpio, and between 3 to 27 degrees of Taurus is actually Mooltrikona sign. Now, this is one of the only exceptions, this one and Mercury, where they have got female signs as their Mooltrikona signs. And then Mercury is obviously debilitated at 15 degrees of Pisces, exalted at 15 degrees of Virgo, but actually between 15 and 20 degrees of Virgo, that is this Mooltrikona. So it does work really, really well. And then we have Mars. Mars is obviously exalted at 28 degrees Capricorn, 28 degrees Cancer is its debilitation sign. And then 0 to 12 degrees of Aries will be its Mooltrikona sign. And then Jupiter will be 5 degrees of Cancer, exalted, 5 degrees of Capricorn, debilitated, and its 0 to 10 degrees of Sagittarius will be its Mooltrikona sign. And then Venus will be Pisces, 27 degrees exalted, 27 degrees of Virgo will be when it's debilitated, and actually 0 to 15 degrees of Libra will be its Mooltrikona sign. And Saturn will be obviously 20 degrees of Libra exalted, 20 degrees of Aries will be debilitated, and 0 to 20 degrees of Aquarius will be its Mooltrikona sign. So you can see that these, they all have these Mooltrikona degrees, and that makes any yogas to do with those planets really, really strong. And if at any point, obviously that's the Vargotama degree as well, it makes the planet work really, really well. And obviously you want to check all of these with the D9, make sure that you see what's going on in the D9 as well. But what I'm going to show you today is just a slightly different way of looking at things. So I also want you to, whilst I'm doing this, to remember that where every placement is, you've got to really look into it. You mustn't just think that, oh, it's just one placement. Everything means so many more things. There are all different layers to it, so you want to make sure you take all of those things in consideration with every planet, actually, because although I'm going to do Venus today, and I might have to come back to it and do one for every sign, because it's a big subject. But basically, also, we all have chakras as well. So Venus also rules the heart chakra. And it's also, obviously, it's about receptivity, giving and receiving in equal measures because of Libra. Libra being sign of balance, it's always looking at that, looking to, sort of build relationships that they gain as much as they give. So they don't want to be in a relationship, that a really healthy Venus will not want to be in a relationship which is just one way. So, and obviously, in the natural zodiac, Venus rules 7th and 2nd house. So 2nd house is self-worth and resources and choices, and 7th house Libra, which is all to do with interaction with the world, other people, harmony with others. If we start with Libra, so Libra will be, because it's the Mooltrikona sign of Venus, it will be how we express our love. So if you have Venus in, like, for example, in Libra will always show how we express our love. And then Taurus will be how we actually go on about, because it's the feminine side. And whereas Libra is Mooltrikona sign, so it's like expression, and Taurus will be how we fulfill and go about, getting our desires met. So what this is going to be like, for example, if somebody has got, like, if we start it, like the first video would be this one, and so Venus in Libra will be somebody who's quite confident about their how they love and how they actually express themselves, how they have that self-esteem about, they know what they want in love. This is where Venus is really strong, particularly if they are in those degrees that are 0 to 15 degrees of Libra. This person will be very good at expressing self, what they want in love, things like that. So if Venus is there, then it's in the first house from the Mooltrikona sign. So it just means that there is a real sort of understanding of where they stand when it comes to matters of love. So, and they know that, for example, this is also the heart chakra. I give and take in equal measures, and I'm fulfilling my happiness through doing things which are good for me, good for my heart, and then that in this sign, Sun is debilitated, so I'm going to put my ego aside, and obviously a man who has Venus in his first house, he is going to attract a woman who is very aware of herself in a relationship. She's also not going to have that much of ego because Sun is debilitated in that sign. And she may have issues with bosses, government, or father even. And also it could be that she's not particularly into achievements as well, so she values other people more than she values, I've got this, I've done this, I've got this degree in this, I got the my doctorate in that. They're not really about that at all. They're just very, very, very self-aware, really. So, and then and you also know that the female that you attract as a man, you will be lucky, actually, will be somebody who's also has got a lovely way about dealing with people, a lot of fairness. They're very nice they just naturally make friends very easily, because they will be They will be nice and fair to their co-workers, and they just make friends easily. Anybody who works for them. So if they have somebody who, for example, cuts their grass, look after, they'll make sure that they've had something to drink. They've been rested, so they just treat everybody like with a lot of respect. And because obviously Saturn, planet of the community, is exalted there. So and you know that, and also the Taurus, which is so if you have your Venus in your first house, then the other house for that Venus rules will be Taurus, and it's 8 houses away from Libra. So that will tell you is that basically these people, there will be sudden changes in the relationship, because they want to be in a relationship that serves them, because they have a really good understanding of what's right for them. So the moment they feel that the partner is not really being fair, and they're not really don't have their best intentions at heart, then they will walk away from that, because obviously 8th house is divorce, is sudden changes, upheavals, and so they will just walk away from it, because they know what's good for them, they know the choices, and if they feel as though their partner is not being fair to them, they won't hang around. And also they will be this kind of people as well. The other side of looking at Taurus as well, Taurus will be representative of the value that the partner brings in. So they would want to be with a partner who has comes from a good family, a hard-working family, who have got good resources, good values. And but equally, if this relationship, they feel as though it doesn't serve them right anymore, they will sacrifice the relationship, because they, at the end of the day, they want to experience balance in a relationship. So it's very important to realize that obviously this applies to both men and women, because Venus is how we love. But for women, you want to look at Jupiter as well, and I will do Jupiter videos as well. And this is very much like this. Also, Libra rules the part of the body that it rules as well. It's obviously your sexual organs, but it's more on the outside, and it's like it's more to do with kidneys and thyroids and things like that. So that these people don't want to be filtering, because obviously kidneys filter. Don't want to be filtering through a lot of nonsense in their relationship. So if they feel as though it doesn't serve them, they just do the right thing and walk away from it, because what they want to be in a relationship worthy of them, because they know their self-value, and that's what they will follow. So it's quite good, because it makes their partner kind of pull up their socks, and and they want to enjoy life. They want to be interacting with others and stuff like that. So they don't want to be like in a relationship that's like not really doesn't bring enjoyment to them, because they know they have that self-worth, and they're fully aware of that, and what they can what it means to them. So that's my Venus in Libra. So Mooltrikona signs are very, very important. I sort of think that it's very important to look at the, how all the other planets are. Like, for example, if you're looking for work, you want to look at Saturn, the Saturn placement, and where Saturn has gone from the Mooltrikona, and it shows you how you should be applying yourself in order to get the job that you want, because the message is there for you. So a Venus Libra, these should be the themes that you're looking for in if it was healthy, the Venus was healthy. And for a man, if you have that, if you got this placement, which is lovely, really, really nice, but it just means that also you have to just like be aware that she's not going to be hanging around for you to just like play the game. So they want a fairness, they want enjoyment in the relationship, and if they feel as though you're not really actually contributing as much as you should in the relationship, they'll be gone. So it's a good message for everyone. So it's like we have to behave and honour our partners, really. So okay, I'll see you on the next video. So I'll go around the zodiac. So next one will be Venus in Scorpio. Thank you for watching.